The segment began like any other, broadcast live to people all over the world. The BBC reporter, a tall British man named Oliver Grant, was ready to talk to a guest from Manila, Philippines. The guest was Maria Santos, a linguist. That's someone who studies language. Maria was invited to explain how the English language is changing and being used in different ways across countries in Southeast Asia. The interview was supposed to be a normal discussion about words and cultures. But things changed right after Maria spoke. When Maria greeted the host, Oliver Grant raised his eyebrow and made a slight face that many viewers noticed. He started using a tone that was definitely not kind. The host said to Maria, in a way that sounded like he was making fun of her, "I must say, Maria, your English is quite interesting." He didn't mean it as a compliment. Oliver Grant kept going. He leaned back in his chair, pretending to be very important, and asked a truly difficult question. He wanted to know if Filipinos speak real English or if they only speak a Filipino version of it. His question was sharp and a little rude, hanging in the air for everyone to hear. The people running the show behind the scenes were shocked, but since it was live, they couldn't stop the broadcast. However, Maria Santos did not look upset or nervous at all. She stayed calm and kept her smile. Maria explained that in the Philippines, English isn't just some copycat language. She told the reporter that it's a huge part of their culture and identity. Many children in the Philippines learn English when they are very young, sometimes even before they go to school. Maria stressed that they use English every day, in universities, in the government, in business, and in regular life. She said they live in both English and Filipino at the same time. But the host still didn't agree. He told Maria that her pronunciation and expressions were different, making it sound like they were wrong. Maria, still smiling, decided to turn the interview around. She asked Oliver Grant what he meant by real English. She then made a smart move by telling him there is no single correct English. She listed many kinds: British English, American English, Australian English, Indian English, and even Nigerian English. Maria asked him if he agreed with that idea. The studio suddenly went very quiet. The host, Oliver, tried to clear his throat, but Maria had already made her point. Maria didn't stop there. She quickly continued her argument by explaining that language has to evolve, which means it keeps changing over time. She reminded the host that even British English borrowed words from places like French, Latin, and Hindi long ago. Filipino English has done the same thing. It has changed over time to better fit the culture and the reality of life in the Philippines. She finished by saying this doesn't make it less good or less valid. It just makes a language belong to them. Oliver Grant tried to take back control of the conversation. He asked if Maria agreed that the Queen's English, the very proper way the royal family in Britain speaks, was still the best kind, or the gold standard of proper English. Maria had a quick comeback that made the entire audience laugh. She said that most young British people don't even speak like the Queen anymore, and most of the people watching the show likely don't either. Then Maria shifted the focus again. She told the host that in the Philippines, English isn't just used by professors and educated people. It's used by everyone everywhere. She gave examples of normal, everyday people who speak English in their own way: taxi drivers, street vendors, and farmers. Maria said this is the greatest thing about their English. It connects people from all types of different jobs and backgrounds. She pointed out that while they might say words differently, they understand each other perfectly, which is the whole point of having a language. At this point, Maria's message had gone global. As the cameras focused on her, the live stream chat section started exploding with comments from all over the world. People praised Maria for how smart, calm, and witty she was. On social media, videos of the moment began going viral immediately. Filipinos were sharing the clips with captions like "Filipino Pride" and telling everyone that they speak English with confidence, not with any kind of apology or shame. It was clear that Maria had won the argument and captured the attention of millions. The huge reaction from people online made the BBC and Oliver Grant realize they had made a mistake. The BBC's official Twitter account quickly posted a message to try and calm things down. They publicly announced that they celebrate diversity in language. They even used Maria's moment to show that English truly belongs to everyone who uses it. The very next day, Oliver Grant, the host who had started the mockery, went back on air and gave a sincere public apology. He told the viewers that he had learned a valuable lesson. He said English should be a bridge that connects people, not a wall that separates them. And he admitted he was wrong to not respect how beautifully Filipinos use the language. Maria Santos became an instant international star. Her apology and the original clip spread everywhere. Universities started calling her right away, inviting her to speak about how diverse language is. People from many different countries, including places in Africa, India, and the Caribbean, sent her messages to thank her for sticking up for the idea that English can sound different and still be completely correct. Just a few weeks later, Maria was invited back to the BBC show. This time, she didn't come as a guest who was going to be questioned. She came back as a special commentator, which is a sign of great respect. When she appeared, Oliver Grant greeted her with true respect and told her it was an honor to have her back. The energy in the studio was totally changed. It was now warm, equal, and full of admiration. The new discussion was no longer about making fun of accents. Oliver admitted on TV that he had watched their first interview many times. He told Maria that she had done much more than just defend Filipino English. She reminded everyone that communication is really about connection. Maria agreed and explained the final lesson. Language isn't about who sounds the most proper or correct. It's about who makes other people feel understood. This huge moment gave confidence to young Filipinos who might have felt insecure about their accent before. They realized that speaking English with their Filipino accent was not a weakness. It was actually a sign of their identity and their global reach. But the real question remains, did Maria's powerful lesson stick, or was the old way of thinking about English about to come back? Like, share and subscribe for more.